My name is Daniela Ludero, and today we are discussing disconnected connections, how social media is affecting our romantic relationships and today's society. Let's get into it. We are in an era of unlimited connectivity. We can text our girlfriend, go through their photos, and know where they're at all times, or even send a sassy meme to them from halfway around the world. But when does that unlimited connectivity start to harm the very relationships we hold dear to us? While social media is designed to bring us closer, it's doing the opposite in today's romance. They battle over DMs, misinterpret likes, and contrast life with filtered fairy tales and spend hours on their phones. We need to protect our relationships and create digital boundaries and rethink how we use social media in our own lives. Social media is a major contributor to the destruction of a healthy romance, and here's why. Let's start with the most obvious issue. Social media undermines trust. Apps like Snapchat, Instagram, and TikToks have features like vanishing messages, secretly directing messages, and follower lists that can breed envy and distrust. As of 2023, Pew Research Center surveys 39% of adults in long-term relationships that indicate that they felt insecure or jealous because of something they've noticed on their partner's social media posts. That's nearly 4 out of 10. Why? Social media encourage uncertainty, liking an old flame's Instagram selfie, responding to flirtation tales of cheating. A study published in Cyberpsychology, Journal of Psychosocial Research on Cyberspace in 2022 found that increased surveillance behavior, like checking your partner's following or research, were strongly correlated with decreased trust and higher relationship conflicts. These might not seem like extreme behaviors, but when you're refreshing someone's profile to catch them doing something sketchy, you're not building a connection, you're building paranoia. Healthy relationship builds on trust through communication and dependency, not through monitoring or cyber stalking their partner's relationship or account. Another thing social media encourages is comparison and unrealistic expectation. Social media tempts us to compare our relationship to the unrealistic ideas. Every time we open TikTok or Instagram, we're shown with videos of ideal couples hugging, laughing, or on a trip, giving each other presents, proposing. It's easy to forget that most of what we're seeing is carefully edited and often scripted for content. A 2022 study appeared in Personality and Individual Differences found that participants who consume higher amounts of relationship content on Instagram, TikTok, reported higher levels of unhappiness with their own romantic relationships because they felt like those posts were so realistic that they started comparing theirs to them. Consider this. We don't hear their arguments. We don't hear their silent treatments. We only hear what is post-worthy about. As a psychologist, Dr. Marisa Franco explained in a 2023 NPR interview, when people compare their daily grind of loving someone else to highlights, they assume something is wrong, even when everything is totally normal. This comparison gives birth to insecurity, disappointment, and even pressure to form affection just to be on par with everybody else. Social media creates a bridge between you and your partner. It creates a space where you or your partner may be influenced into something maybe you shouldn't and start to feel distance from them. Have you ever felt Like social media is creating distraction and emotional distance from your partner? It's because it does. Social media creates emotional distance by interrupting real life moments. We've seen it all: couples sitting together, not speaking, just each staring at their phones. This behavior is called pubbing, short for phone snubbing, has become a silent relationship killer. An article in 2021 from the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that people who pub each other repeatedly throughout spending time together reported expecting lower significant levels of satisfaction with each other, trust, and emotional closeness. Even innocent scrolling has its impact. The other partner could feel ignored, forgotten, or lesser than. Whatever is happening on your screen is not worth it. And let's not forget the time social media steals. A 2022 static report found that an average person now spends 2 hours and 31 minutes on social media daily. That is 17.5 hours a week, nearly a full day lost to scrolling. That time could be spent having conversations, going on a walk, or simply just being in the present with one that you love. Emotional intimacy is not just something that happens. There must be presence, and social media constantly takes us out of the present. Now, let's look at the other side. Others say that social media makes relationships stronger, and in some way, it is. Long distance relationships use FaceTime. Partners exchange memes or selfies during the day, and some even use couple specific apps to sync calendars or share pictures. In fact, in 2021, a report from the Gottman Institution showed that couples who use digital technology intentionally, like making shared reminders or sending check ins and texts, have more of a daily connection. Yes, social media can be a relationship enhancer, but only if done correctly. When technology is used to replace for actual in-person conversation, or when it encourages jealousy and insecurity, it begins doing more bad than good. So when the tools themselves are neutral, the habits we form using them are not. As of 2022, approximately 1.14 million people in the US are engaged in long distance relationships. Among college students, up to 75% have experienced a long distance relationship at some point. Social media platforms have become essential tools for couples in long distance relationships, like FaceTime calls, instant messages, and sharing photos help maintain an emotional deep connection despite the physical distance. While social media helps with communication, you have to be mindful it affects on relationships grow more warily with more time and distance apart. However, when used thoughtfully, social media can strengthen a bond by allowing couples to share experiences and stay involved in each other's daily life. So, how do we protect our relationships in the day of age of technology? First, set boundaries online. Turn off notifications during quality time. Don't feel compelled to post every anniversary or dinner date. Ensure areas of your relationship are sacred and private. Really enjoy the little things in life with your partner. Get to know your partner. Enjoy your partner. Because at the end of the day, social media will come and go, and you will be with your partner forever. Second, Talk social media. Talk about what feels respectful and what doesn't. For one relationship, a like on a swimsuit photo might be fine. For another, it will be painful. You have to remember that everyone's different, and not every person may be sensitive to having you like another picture, but others might. You have to make sure to know your partner and to talk to them to see what they're okay with and what they're not okay with. And by this, we learn how to be able to use social media without hurting our partner's feelings. Third, observe your scrolling habits. When you find yourself comparing, take a step back. Acute your feed. Follow accounts that post authentic love, not performance perfection. The worst thing you could do in a relationship is compare yourself to other people. Like thinking you're not going on enough dates, but that couple online is. Or thinking how your partner doesn't shower you with love like that partner in TikTok does. You have to remember that it's all for content and that is not their reality day-to-day lives. It is important to remember these things because it will affect your relationship and it will draw arguments over these things because you would think that these are normal from what you are seeing on the internet. And finally, make face-to-face connections a priority, whether it's a 20-minute a night or it's one tech-free dinner a week. Carve out time for distraction-free love because that is what social media can never give your relationship. Social media is not going away, and that's not an entirely bad thing. But without intention, it will continue to erode the one thing love requires most, which is presence, trust, and attention. We don't need to close our accounts, but we must look up for our phones because love does not live in likes, captions, or filters. It lives in eye contact. It lives in late night conversations, in the moment that never makes it feel like a feed. And if we want that kind of love, we need to start choosing it offline. Here is a video showing how beautiful a relationship can be once it has a little bit of water, love, attention, and is nurtured. Thank you guys for taking the time to watch this video. Let me know what you think. Do you think social media is ruining our romantic relationships in today's society or not? Thank you.